was only a young fella back then, weren't I? Yeah, sure, that was 2018. I'd say the first time we won the Lee McCarthy. I suppose a great experience in itself. I suppose a dream come true. As a youngster coming up, all you want to do is represent your club firstly, and then obviously get the opportunity to represent your club at county level, and to get on that stage and walk up steps of the Hogan stand was, I suppose, unbelievable. I'm even looking to see if I have any beard back then, but obviously didn't have the utensils to grow the beard, but I have it now. That was the footballer of the year, Brian Finton, and then myself with the hurler of the year. It was another massive honour, and I suppose there are things that, I suppose as a player, it's not something you look to or you aim to, or I suppose it's not an ambition of yours, but I suppose at the end of the year they're the kind of bonuses and the added credits that I suppose lads can get. And I suppose we've been lucky enough in Limerick the last few years that a lot of lads have been rewarded for individual awards, but for us as a group, it's I suppose the whole, just the group as a whole. And I suppose to see Brian Finton, I suppose an absolute legend of the game of football, and retired this year, and I suppose I want to wish him the very best of luck, because I remember meeting him that night and he was someone I suppose I looked up to and watched him as a midfielder in football, and I suppose he's a credit to himself, his family, and I suppose Dublin football team. Yeah, COVID. Yeah, I suppose for everyone that was a different time in all our lives, and that I reflect on and think of people who actually, that we'd still meet today to be like, geez, remember during COVID, we were able to watch the games and it kind of kept us going, it gave us something to talk about rather than the doom and gloom. So that was a strange time. Still was great, we got over the line the same year. Yeah, another nice photo with John. I think that was after 2021 final, if I'm right, and the happiness really. He's, I suppose, a father figure to all of us. We've been involved with him since 2015. A lot of us have, with under 21s and then going on to the senior panel. So he's that father figure for the whole group, and even just to be embraced by that. I suppose that just shows his relationship he has with each and every one of us, and I suppose we're blessed to have him as a guide and a leader for us all. Yeah, the suit is nice. Anyone that's getting the kind of added awards after the championship is over, it's because the lads behind you, beside you, are pushing you in each training session, in each match, and so that's the most important thing. As I said, they are the bonuses, and they are special to have on a personal level, but it's what you want is for the group to have as much as we can as a group. Yeah, that was 2022. I suppose, again, going back to the highs and lows of sport, I suppose any player, no matter what sport it is, has faced, I suppose, setbacks and knocks. And I suppose for myself personally, that was when Declan, I suppose, embraced me after we won the final that day and told me to come up the steps with him. And I suppose it was a proud moment. Someone like Dex, someone I suppose I looked up to, say, come up the steps with me and we lift the trophy. And I suppose it gives you that, I suppose you talk about family and togetherness, and that's a sheer sign of that. Yeah, and then for the opposite side of it then, a year later, Declan was faced with a setback, and I had the opportunity to go up and bring Declan up with me, and I suppose it was just the minute, obviously the final whistle was blown, you don't look beyond that. And once I knew that obviously we'd won it and we'd be collecting the cup, the only thing I wanted to do was bring Declan up with me, because I knew how it made me feel, to have had a setback and to have Declan bring me up, and just to have him there because he's the captain of the ship, and I suppose he's our leader, and just be able to do that for him was cool, in fairness. Yeah, different hairstyle there now. That was last year's Munster final in Thurles. Again, it's just the joy, the sheer joy sport can bring to people, and I suppose it's not just us as a group that it brings the joy, it's the people around the group as well, and that's the supporters of Limerick, and I suppose the support they've given us down through the years, through the good days and the bad days, and just be able to give back and give them those days out and give them those memories and let them have the memories, and just showing the tightness of the group as well. Another special moment. These photos are brilliant. So that was the semi-final last year. Obviously you don't want to lose games, no one wants to lose games, no one wants to lose anything in any walk of life, but that's just the joys of life, isn't it? That you can't win everything, you can't, I suppose everything can't always go your way, and that's just learning for us as our team, and obviously from a Cork's point of view it was great for them that they won, and you learn so much in, I suppose, each game you play. I suppose you probably learn a lot more in a defeat than you do in a victory, and I suppose we learned a lot from that day as well, just obviously the clinicalness of Cork in comparison to ourselves, and they were the worthy winners that day. and they got to march on to the final and we didn't. That's just the joy of the sport.